In the summer of 1986, I was 16 years old. One night during one of these summers, something happened to me that changed the way I felt about the paranormal for the rest of my life. This incident changed the way I viewed everything from UFO sightings to cryptozoology creatures and other spiritual happenings in the world. On one of these summer nights, I can't remember exactly, I was home early for some reason. I was lying in bed, getting ready to get some sleep. My parents and my two brothers were in the living room watching TV when I decided to go to bed. So it was getting late, but it was still early for me. As I was laying in bed with my face towards the wall, I realized that my bedroom door had been open. I could tell, because a dark room, when you open the door, the light floods in, and it looked like someone walked in and then shut the door behind them. As I turned towards the door, I could see an image of someone standing there, about the same height as my older brother. He was the same height as I was. When I saw the image, I spoke out to him and said, "What are you doing, Mario?" Because I thought it was my brother. The image then put its back against the wall as if it was trying to be sneaky and shuffled across the closet doors towards the corner of the room. By this time, I had asked it a couple of times already to quit joking around and turn on the lights. When the image reached the corner, it continued towards the middle of the wall with its back to the wall, moving slowly. When it got to the middle of the wall, it looked like it had got down on all fours, hands and knees, and continued to crawl towards me. At this time, I never took my eyes off it and continued to yell at my brother to stop playing around. When it reached the end of my bed, I took my pillow and gave it a good blow. After hitting what I thought was my brother with a pillow, it seemed to back up and stand back up against the wall and slide down to the corner, and then in front of the closet doors, at which point I had enough and I got up and turned on the lights to yell at my brother. Now, I didn't think about it then, and now until years later I realized that the closet doors were closed, and I remember I had to open them to look in. And of course, with a big surprise, there was nobody in the closet. So I just told myself he must have gone out the door and I just didn't see him. And again, years later, I realized that he could not have gone out the door because the outside light would have illuminated the room, and I never took my eyes off of him. At the point when I realized no one was in my closet, I opened the door to my room and stepped out. At which point my mom asked me who I was yelling at. And I replied to her, "Well, I was yelling at Mario. He was in my room." And of course, to my surprise, my mom told me that nobody had been in my room messing with me at any time. After this incident, my views on a lot of things have changed, and it forced me to, many years later, to reach out to people and share my experience, and have them, share their experience as well. And I needed a place to do that, so I created my website, Kappa Wild, where people can go and share their stories.